Well, boys and girls, I wonder, do you understand, do you know what is special about today as far as the church is concerned and as far as the Bible is concerned? Well, it's a day that we call Palm Sunday. And I want us to think a little bit about why it's called Palm Sunday. Now, I want you to imagine that there is a celebrity coming and you're going to be able to meet him or meet her. I wonder what would happen. Well, sometimes there is what's called the red carpet rolled out to show that that person is very important. Sometimes they might roll out a strip of red carpet so that they can walk on it and makes them feel important. Sometimes that would happen if the Queen was visiting or a member of the royal family. Sometimes it might just happen with a really special person. Or sometimes when someone is getting married, the hotel or the building would roll out a red carpet so that the bride can walk along and feel really important. Sometimes we would have people lining the streets to cheer on with royalty and special people, just in the hope that we might get a glimpse of that person. And I seem to remember that not all that long ago, the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, actually visited Crumlin and came to Crumlin Integrated Primary School. The boys and girls who were there got to see him, got to meet him. Now, I don't know if there was a red carpet rolled out, but there was still very special arrangements made so that he could come along. Now, I want to ask you something. Do you think your parents would have been happy if for that occasion, when the Prime Minister visited, that the school, maybe the principal or your teacher told you that there wouldn't be any red carpet or anything like that, but instead you would take off your coat and put it down on the ground so that he could walk along and so his feet wouldn't touch the dirty ground? Now, I would imagine that your mum and dad wouldn't be too happy if you did that. And I'm sure they wouldn't be too happy with the teacher either who told you to do it. But it's interesting because the story in the Bible that we call Palm Sunday had something like that happen. You see, Jesus was coming into Jerusalem. And the Bible told about things that would happen as he came in and what would happen after he came in. But one of the things that happened, first of all, was that Jesus, and remember, he was the Son of God, and he was probably the most important person who ever came to this earth. And as he was coming in, he sat on a donkey. But there was no red carpet or anything like that. The people were really happy to see him coming. And they were cheering. They were singing. They were praising God. And then what we would think was a really strange thing. The people started to take off their coats or their cloaks, and they laid them on the ground. The boys and girls took their cloaks off and they laid it on the ground so that he could walk along or ride his donkey along between all the people standing. But not only did they use their cloaks, they pulled branches off the palm trees. And because they were nice flat branches with flat leaves, they were able to leave them on the ground as well. And Jesus was able to walk along. By them doing that, they were showing that Jesus was really important to them. And the palm branches were put on the ground so that Jesus could walk along. And so it's called Palm Sunday. What happened a week before Jesus would die on the cross? So it was very special. Jesus was a very special person. And I hope that you'll remember that he is really special. And think about how the children were all singing with delight. And yet, before the end of the week, he died on the cross for us. Think about it. We're going to sing a song now for you as the children, especially for you. It's called Cloaks and Branches.